So thank you for tuning in to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming back to listen. And yes, I promise, I'm going to go visual shortly. Just keep with me. It's going to happen. So this particular episode, I was in my feelings. I was. I was angry. I was upset. I was distraught. I was emotional. I was in my feelings. And I just vented out what I felt. And, I can't wait to hear your comments. Well, see your comments, read your comments. And, just get the feedback because it's really a different world from which I come from. And I'm evolving with the world as well. But I just think we could do better. I just think we could do better as a people. I think we could do better as a whole. And I think my people, especially black people, I know we can do better. And it is successful black people. I don't want to be taken out of content, but it is successful black people, and it is loving black families and communities, but we need to display it more for the mental health and percentage of people that don't have it. So I want you guys to take a listen to me venting, being in my feelings, and I had just woke up, so don't hold me accountable for the deep voice scratchiness. But I do hope you enjoy and take it serious because this really laid heavy on my heart. And thank you for tuning in to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Take a listen. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and thank you for choosing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So, I come with a heavy heart because, we live in a world that still has not evolved on a mantle of, hatred, jealousy, envy, to actually have someone in the music industry that's young and passed away because he was shot several times. And I'm speaking about Young Dolph. I can honestly say I did like a lot of his music. But it's sad, more to say, not because it's Dolph. It's sad because it's continuing in the black community. The hatred, the jealousy, the envy, the whole just because you got it or made it and you got diamonds and money and cars and houses and you're on social media living this life and, who cares, bruh? I say this to my people. Focus on you, not what another person has. Even my background, collard green neck bone, fed from Charlotte. Southside Homes to be exact. Never was raised like that. Never was raised like that. You hold your head up high, you're thankful for what you have, and if you want more, you go get it. And the meaning of by any means necessary, but do I think anybody has to be harmed or hurt? No. I disagree in that nature because it's getting old and played out. And I was strolling on social media as everybody does, and I came across Soulja Boy, and I like Soulja Boy. He a cool little dude. Could use some guidance in some areas, but I think he speaks some truth. He was on his live and he was, saying, we making all this money, we making all these millions, and y'all killing folks. What you killing folks for? Get to the money. And then he lost me after that. But he made a good point. Worry about you. And how you flexing and how you doing, as they say. You know, the killing though, are y'all even considering the fact that families hurt, kids hurt, the cycle continues? I never forget, I watched the episode of The Wire. Well, not episode, but the whole entire, what do you call it? Series. It took me a minute. I'm sorry, it's early. And it messed me up because of the truth that it had in that show. And being being from the hood and seeing and witnessing, it's sad. The cycle just keeps continuing. And it's the dumbest shit ever. You killing somebody because you mad. Because you ain't man enough or woman enough to go get it yourself. You mad. You big mad. Artists, that's what they do. They talk shit, they pop off, whatever. Hate it is, hate it that. But you support them. You make them rich. Because of an image and a lifestyle. Do you really think some of them artists live the way they portray on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever? Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. And a lot of them that don't is the ones that got the long money, that's going for the long shot because they know they have to keep business deals. They know they have to keep contracts and advertisement and promotions, and they gotta feed their families. So yeah, you're not seeing everything. I think y'all need to kind of calm down off the social media hype. Everything is so social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. This is the new rave, and then you got these wannabes that's out here that's internet thugging and never stepped a foot in the hood. Like straight up wannabes. And I'm like, I'm tripping because how can you how can you portray something that you don't know nothing about? If you don't know nothing about a wish sandwich, you don't need to be acting like you from no damn hood. Or portraying something that you ain't never experienced. And then the crossover to Rittenhouse. That's America. This is America. My homie said it best. This is America. This is some sad shit because black people, we need to wake up, bruh. We sleep like a motherfucker. A lot of us sleep on the natural realization that, if you do got millions or thousands or billions, your people are suffering. Your people need you. But then I can't be mad at the people who do got the money because you try to come back and help people and they just as ungrateful as anything. But that goes to mental health and how to help this race, how to help these people. And I say these people, I'm a part of the black community, I love my people, but it's a lot of sickness in our community. And I don't get it. And I'm really kind of, it's the lamest shit ever to, I was in school, when I was a kid, I was in middle school. And my mom worked hard, my aunts, it was a village, grandmother, cousins, It was a village. But when I went to school, I never forget my aunt. I love her, rest her soul, Yvonne. She took me to get some clothes for school. And we were in the store, I don't know where we were at. I can't remember, J.C. Penney's, Target, I don't know. Back in the day. But I saw these cool shoes. I mean, they were just shoes. They looked like they could have been Reebok, Nike, Air Max. They just was fly ass shoes. And I was surprised they wasn't like some Nikes or something more. But anyway, I wanted these shoes. And my aunt said, you want those? You know, I was like, yeah, I could match it up with this, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was excited. And either my mom or my aunt, they did my hair real cute, little ponytail bob type thing. And I was always a chunky girl, but I was shapely, very nice at a young age. So I put on my little outfit, I'm excited, going to school. And I would get bullied because of just no reason. It was no fucking reason. I didn't bother nobody. I would be told, oh, you think you this shit, or you think you this. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. I mean, she just wanted to be my friend, cool. I mean, I had little boys. It was crazy. It was the craziest thing how the bullying, the fighting, I fought all through school for no reason. Just because a person didn't like me because of who I was. I never ran from a fight. Never ran from a fight. I didn't win them all either. But I threw them hands. And it kind of takes you back to that Friday you get to live to see another day. But anyway, let me get back on topic. So, if you got all this money and you come back to these poor communities and you build mental health centers, I don't know, some kind of center needs to happen. You know, I forgot the guy's name who called out all the billionaires to come together and dish out money to help feed people. I forgot his name, but I heard it on my Google speaker. And it's so crazy because you sit back and think, like, if I had that caliber of money, what would I do? I know what I would do. Off rip. And they would hate me, but you have to get in compliance to the nature. The programs would be real. Shit, the programs would be so real, I'd probably get assassinated. I'm not trying to speak it on my life, but it seems like any type of help that comes to aid our community, they get killed. Wait a minute. Yeah, they get destroyed. Y'all didn't hear me. Did y'all hear me? It seems like any leadership, any aid that tries to come and help my people, they get assassinated. Anybody that has a huge influence on the black community and could cause any type of change, they get dealt with. So, understand what type of position you are in your own individual life on the chessboard. Understand who you are and what you're thriving to be. And if you gotta, I don't like being around motherfuckers that hate on other motherfuckers. Like, that's like, why you mad? Why don't you go get it for yourself? Oh man, I got X, Y, and Z. Man, shut the fuck up then. Like, for real, shut the fuck up. You a bunch of walking around motherfuckers with excuses. You want to be a boss, become it. put the work in. What Kevin Hart say? You know, everybody want to reap the benefits, but they don't want to put in the work. He didn't say it like that, but he had his own little whatever. But you know what I mean. And it's crazy because, you know, I get on here and I speak my actual factuals on how I feel about things. And I love all people of all backgrounds, but, you know, you gotta be motivating to do something. And the first thing I'm tired of hearing about is black on black crime. Like, why the fuck do black people not like each other? Like, riddle me this. You say, oh, I love my woes, I love my homies. It'd be 10 niggas together and no females. That shit is lame to me. I mean, y'all ain't got nothing to do? Is this an organization? I mean, are y'all going around educating other young people how to be successful on any state of manner? Besides having your pants hanging off your ass, which that's been for decades and decades on out. I mean, and then back in the day, if you were wearing your pants off your ass, you were considered to get fucked in jail. You would be the one. So I'm kind of like, I don't get the hate and the anguish towards each other. Like, I don't get it. Like, that shit is retarded. It needs to stop. Especially black women too. Stop that shit too. Like, y'all bitches, like, we the worst. We are the absolute fucking worst. Males, I admire males because the black males, because they can actually have friendships and shit with each other. And, you know, they'll stop hanging. You know, real men, they don't give a fuck. They do what they do. But women, it's some catty shit. It's some conniving, backstabbing shit. And we need to stop it. Women that are in positions of leadership and management and you are of color, act like you got some motherfucking sense, bitch. Just, if it's your company, congratulations. But if it ain't, the fuck is you doing? Like, stop riding that person and they trying their damn best. You just want to be a bitch and flex. Like, come on, man. That shit is lame. I had this bitch, I used to work out Freedom. Anybody from Charlotte know? It was at the police department. I used to clean that bitch up. And it was the worst police department I had ever worked. And I worked all of them. And I used to hear the niggas come in there and say, man, it was Lil Jojo. It was such and such. Oh, snitch ass niggas. And that pissed me off. Because y'all hard until y'all get behind. Anyway, let me keep going. This bitch down here at this damn low budget ass precinct rode me for no reason. I mean, she was the worst manager I've ever had. If she wasn't oh my, Samuel Jackson and Django, if she wasn't one of them motherfuckers, both. And I'm cleaning, and I have a personality where you're going to want to, you know, talk to me, speak to me. As soon as I smile, people just tell me I have a beautiful smile. You know, they're going to want to interact with me. So I build these relationships with these officers, you know, these detectives, just seeing, you know, shit, I was like behind the scenes, first 48 type of shit. And this bitch got mad. You know, like, what you doing talking to them folks? You know, master gonna get you. That shit was horrible, yo. And then she said she felt threatened. Because I kind of gave it to her, like, yo, we one and the same. Why is you coming at me like this and I'm doing my job, bro? And she flat out just told me, I don't like you. I wouldn't have hired you. I was like, wow. So it takes nothing for nobody to. They just cannot like you because you're you. And it's even in the work. It's even in the workplace. Even in corporate America. White women, and I take my hat off to white women, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because these bitches are fucking great at the ultimate fake shit. The ultimate fake shit. The ultimate backstabbers, crazy, Zoloft taking motherfuckers. Yo, I take my hat off to them in corporate America. Because these bitches will smile in your face and turn around and write your ass up. They'll turn around and say you ain't doing your job and take you to lunch. I mean, these bitches are the masterminds of being fake. I don't know how to do it. If I don't like your ass, I'm going to tell you right then and there. I don't give a fuck what color you are. I don't like you. And I'll tell you why. You rubbed me the wrong way with your whole X, Y, and Z. Maybe you should work on that. I'm a very upfront, blunt person. But I don't like non-righteous shit. Like, it drives me crazy to continue to look on social media and see my people acting a fool. And we could bat in a whole different fight right now. It's a whole different war going on right now. And you motherfuckers ain't seeing it. A whole different war going on right now. Everybody ain't on the same frequency, bruh. Everybody ain't on the same frequency. So I need y'all to get on the frequency. I need y'all to kind of wisen up, start businesses, invest in yourself. Ain't no such thing as a quick come up, man. Yeah, you could jug, you do a quick flip, yeah. But then get out. Whatever that is. To each his own. I don't judge nobody. But can't be too black in certain places, and that's a problem in America. You have to put on a facade and be one way unless you got your own money, because even in Hollywood they'll stop fucking with you if you're not going to do it their way. And if you have a boss that has a boss, you're not a boss. Hell, my desire is that I would love to lead my people to an understanding that you can have, or we can have, that Black Wall Street. We can have successful businesses in our community. We can rebuild and buy back our community and our land. But nobody wants to hear that shit. Like, nobody wants to hear that. They just, everything is for social media. Man, that shit is not real. Motherfuckers don't shit now. I don't know. Some motherfuckers do. They'll get on there and cry, and they'll say they lonely, or they got their heart broke, or some tragedy that happened. Some people do display their lives on social media. But for those, and there's a lot of those that don't, man, life is real, bruh. You get up every day and make shit crack. That's the objective. I don't know or want to be around a motherfucker just to get up and not do shit. I don't give a fuck if you flipping a burger. I don't give a fuck if you washing detailing. I don't give a fuck what it is. Janitor. Do something towards yourself. Even if it's going for a walk. Do something that's going to motivate you to do better each day. I challenge myself each day to do something that I know I don't do on a regular, but I need to start doing. So, I say that to say this. This world is changing drastically. And a lot of y'all went and got that COVID shot, and that shit ain't even meant for your DNA. You gotta remember, they don't consider Black America humans. So, how's a COVID shot for your DNA? I don't know, man. I just need y'all to be like on that frequency with me, though. For those who really fuck with me and rock with me, like, tune into that frequency, because it's a bigger picture. It's a lot more going on that meets the eye. You know, food has gone up drastically, and America don't want to go back to work because they tired of working for pennies. And then you got a government, a racist government. Any white man or white boy, anybody of non-color can go out with an AR-15 and just kill motherfuckers and get off scot-free. Is somebody, daddy or mama getting fucked, something happening. But just because the privilege, the white privilege in America. And, you know, I ask people that come from Africa and Europe and different places, like, you know, why the fuck do y'all come here? The politics is fucked up everywhere, but it's really fucked up here, because if you are guilty by association, you can get it too. It's so funny. A lady ran into, she was a white lady too, and I fucking loved her. And she said she was really big on TikTok, and she had on a fuck Trump, and she had a fuck Trump hat and a fuck Trump dress. And you should have seen them white women's faces. Oh, I laughed until I was purple. I mean, and I say that because the hatred automatically triggered to this woman just because of her statement. And she was white. But they look at her as a low-class trailer park white. She wouldn't dare. These southern women, both southern white women and southern black women, y'all bitches, boy, I tell you, cutthroat. And I'm a southern belle, but I feel like I got a heart. I feel like I give anyone the benefit of the doubt. Like, if once I give you that benefit of the doubt and you cross me, then okay. But first rip, I'm gonna hear you out. And I heard her out. I don't like no president. I don't like nobody. I think they all sit in a room and they all families meet and they eat together, they dine together, and it's all about money. It ain't about the people. So I don't like no politician. I don't give a fuck what color you is. But this woman has some points, and she stated it loud and proud. And ooh, boy, the white women wanted to fuck her up. It was the most funniest shit from a black person perspective for me to see, because I didn't give a fuck either way. It was hilarious, and I enjoyed every bit of it. So, you know, that maybe, you know, that's just me being silly, but it was funny as fuck. But anyway, you know, it's funny how this world is turning. And it's funny how, as I get older, I'm 30 plus, so as I get older and the realization starts to sink in more and more and more and more, you know, you gotta build towards that future. You gotta build towards that comfortability. I don't like that I see the older caliber people, my older people struggling. And their kids ain't hitting no shit and then letting them struggle like they ain't gonna get old. I can't stand it. Check on your old people, man. Check on them. See how they doing. Take them to the store and it not be a chore. You know, actually help carry the groceries in. I mean, it just goes back to training, man. Ain't no home training. I'm tired of seeing it. My mama and my dad, they probably would slap the shit out of me if I disrespect, not even properly, if I disrespected anybody that was older than me. Like, my face would have get tore off if they didn't do what my aunts and grandma definitely would have put me in my place. You don't talk when grown folks talking. That type of shit. Do y'all remember that shit? Like, kids nowadays, they just be butting into the hi, you know, they be all in the goddamn conversation. I would got my face tore off if a bunch of grown motherfuckers were sitting around talking. Shit, we wouldn't even be in the same room. I don't know. But we need to take it back to the day, though. We need to revamp this community of love in the United States, because that shit got me heated. With Young Dove, fucking Rittenhouse. I mean, it's the same shit. It's the same cycle. And it's like so disappointing. It's like so disappointing. Because the moment you get on your shit, spread love, not hate. Even if you ain't on your shit, I mean, as far as money-wise, like, get to the bag. But spread love, though. Everybody, you know what I learned a long time ago? Motherfuckers that really got long money, you would never know. Because they dress like bums. You would never know. All that flashy shit and this, and that. Man, invest. Invest in yourself. Invest and make investments. Make smart investments. I met some millionaires that look like straight shit, bruh. Like you. And I'm trying to be more millionaires. I need to be in the millionaire club. I'm going to speak that. But the millionaires that I've met in the business that I've, just great jobs and companies and taking flights that I've traveled a little. These men and women, they sit around and they look like shit. They be in sweats, flip-flops. 9 times out of 10, their hair looks like shit. And it was so cool. I had met a guy who just bought the Popeyes, and he looked great. He was sharp, drove a Honda. I mean, to each his own, man. I wouldn't want a motherfucker to know I got a bunch of money. Like, straight facts. I wouldn't want a motherfucker to know. Wanna know why? Because I ain't got it. I give to those that I see at least putting forth the effort. At least trying to do something. You just need to catch that break. You need to catch that I just need to get over this hump. I get over this hump, I bounce right back. I like those people. They really trying, but they just stuck. But if they had their little financial blessing, they'll be able to make it over. Not the motherfuckers that ain't trying and just want hands out and want quick bread. But the work ethic in this community needs to step the fuck up. Men, y'all are the leaders. Y'all are the kings. Act like it. Act like it. Women, y'all are the queens. Act like it. Take your throne. Build commitment. Build relationships that have true commitment. Even in the community, even if with children, neighbors, just build back, man. The mental health is crazy right now. I think people have been in the fucking house too long. I need to get a touch of realization that you gotta get back to work. People getting filed on, that shit still stay on your credit for 7 years, even if you still pay it. I mean, you learn new shit every day. Until you get something that you own and you regulate, shut the fuck up. Do what you're supposed to do. Until then, y'all know, I just had to get it off my chest. Prayers to the family of the killing that Rittenhouse did. Prayers go out to all of those families. And prayers go out to Young Dolph's family. And I feel like I'm missing something. But if I am, I'll tune back in. I just thank y'all for tuning in, rocking with me. Please hit me up in the comments. Let me know your thoughts. I know I get to rambling sometimes, but it be just how I feel. Just letting it out. Like, we gotta stop doing this stupid shit, y'all. Like, just because you got a gun don't mean it ain't 10,000 more guns, And for you to sneak up on a person and kill them, that's coward, yo. You know what is so funny? I wish rappers would start writing about fighting and see instead of rapping about guns, rap about fighting and see how many motherfuckers can really throw hands. Cause it's straight bitches out here. I hate to be so vulgar in language, but it pisses me off. See how many motherfuckers can actually throw hands. Like you 10 toes with a motherfucker. But see, so many cameras out now. Shit, back in the day, we used to fight. I ain't give a fuck. I got jumped like 2-3 times. I ain't give a fuck. But I'm gonna throw these hands, though. I'm gonna take at least 3-4 bitches. And I did. Proud of me. You better ask through the streets. But, this shit is real, man. Y'all just be safe. Holidays coming up. Y'all make sure if I don't get in tune with y'all on the holidays, and those who do, participate in the holidays, y'all have a safe holiday. And those who don't, just be easy. Y'all be safe. Take it easy. Relax. Enjoy the days off of work if you are working. And I'll catch y'all on the flip. Peace. A whole lot of that. A little bit of this. A little bit of that. A whole lot of that. Little